It might surprise some of you to know that as a jazz guitarist, one of my biggest influences was not a guitarist at all. In fact, was the wonderful and amazing great alto saxophonist and composer Charlie Parker. Charlie the Bird, or Bird Parker, was one of the pioneers of the early bebop language in jazz. And Bird played, like Coltrane, although Coltrane came later, it was a different era, was one of the seminal figures in helping to develop this amazing art form and to really begin to shape the language of bebop, along with people like Dizzy Gillespie and Thelonious Monk, and also the wonderful guitarist who died so young, Charlie Christian. So all of these people were instrumental, but Charlie Parker, really his music, the virtuosity in his playing, and like Coltrane and like Wes Montgomery, some of my other big influences, Bird also was never hesitant to throw in blues lines. He grew up in Kansas City, and blues was, grew up hearing all of that, the great early blues in those clubs in Kansas City. And, I think that, for me as a jazz artist, all of my influences mix and match from different genres. So they may be mixing in bebop with blues, or post-bop with blues, or a swing feel with blues. But the blues is always in there. And I guess for me, blues always touch me. They always touch me. They always move me. And, particularly in playing complicated long lines, as Charlie Parker was known for, when he would then end with a bluesy flourish or integrate it into one of his lines, it was always so amazing. And, all of Charlie Parker's phrases really spill out for many jazz guitarists quite naturally. One of his famous pieces, Donna Lee, has so many great lines from it, even the opening phrase. I play it here. Even just this. Instead of taking the major scale and going, he swings it with the triplets, and he's got that passing tone, and that's, yeah, so I just moved it up, and that kind of the dissonance and the chromaticism mixed in with the other notes, and again, like Wes Montgomery, Bird had a very driving rhythm, which at times just really propelled the group that he was playing with, regardless of what the group was. And whether it was an orchestra or quartet or quintet, it didn't matter. The minute he started playing, and for his entire solo, he really drove that band. And, tremendous rhythmic drive. So, I'm going to do something kind of fun, and I hope you guys will dig this, which is that I'm actually going to play over a funk groove to do sort of a melding of different generations. But I'm going to play some of the great Charlie Parker lines. Some of the lines I just played, or again played up, even just part of it. And this line, that's actually from the demo. Yeah, so yeah, see, I think I played that. Where did I play it? Yeah, see, it's actually in that register, but I play it up higher. So I'm going to take just this one chord funk vamp and put in some of these cool Charlie Parker ideas. Another one that you may hear that happens a lot. Let's see, in Donna Lee, right up. So and another thing that he was famous for doing. Or there are variations on it that you can do. So I'm going to be mixing in some of my own lines, but you're going to hear the influence of some of these great, bebop phrases that Charlie Parker did. And really, I can't recommend his music enough. Whether a great resource is the Charlie Parker Omnibook, which has so many great tunes in it. I was just playing a little bit of Donna Lee, but there's a that's a little bit of a scrapple from the Apple. But there's so many great tunes that he recorded. Segment, another great, actually a minor piece, another really cool tune. So playing over this funk thing, you're going to hear some of this Charlie Parker inspired bebop, even though the groove is a funk groove, and I thought that would be kind of a fun thing to do. So let's see what we come up with.